Going into my MVP prediction, because it does kind of bounce off of what we're talking about with Jamar Chase, I'm picking Joe Burrow for my MVP. Joe Shiesty. All right. And you might be thinking, Ryan, you literally just said Jamar Chase was going to regress. So why are you picking Joe Burrow as your MVP? Listen, I think Jamar Chase won't have quite as good of a season. He's still going to be a beast, but he will regress just slightly. But the difference this season is that they have a healthy T. Higgins and a paid T. Higgins. Both Jamar and T. Higgins are paid, so they're both happy. They're both healthy. Chase Brown is no longer a sleeper. He's a solidified starter and a workhorse in that offense. So their offense is projected to be one of the highest scoring offenses in the league. And I don't think that necessarily Jamar is going to have to. I know that like Jamar is still going to need to be good for them to be good. Sound fucking so stupid. But I think that T. Higgins being available and hopefully healthy for the whole season will probably take a little bit of that pressure off of Jamar, because they didn't have T. Higgins for the whole season last year. So it hurt them. They had to rely on guys like Andre Yoshivas and freaking Trenton Irwin to be scoring touchdowns for them. So they have both of their big, or I should say three, including Chase Brown, their three biggest offensive weapons other than Joe Burrow are all healthy, all good contract wise. There's nothing there. They got the Trey Hendrickson deal done, so it might help their defense just enough to still be competitive. And when it comes to the MVP award, and this is probably a good, my concern for maybe a reason why he might not win it, is your team still needs to be good. You have to win games to be the MVP. A lot of times it goes to the quarterback on the best team. So if they are falling short and having a similar season to last year and they're not making the playoffs, then it probably hurts Joe Burrow's chances. But I think that the insane weapons they have on offense probably give them a really good chance to win some shootout games. And I think that, I don't know, I just think that I think the voter fatigue plays into it, where I feel like currently Lamar Jackson has the highest odds to win MVP. I don't think he's going to win it.
No, I don't think so. They
Because,
weren't going to give it to him last year. I don't see him
right,
unless he
I think
comes out and has like a historical season.
he's going to have to top what he did last year to be
Even be
MVP.
considered.
Exactly. And I'm pretty sure last year was his best year, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so it's like he didn't win it then. Why is he going to win it now? He's won it twice already. We have that voter fatigue. They just gave it to Josh Allen, and once again, I don't think they're going to want to give it to someone back to back unless he has another insane year. But I think Joe Burrow is primed to be the guy. He's not hobbled at all. He's fully healthy himself as well. Like everything, there are zero complications right now with the Bengals offense. The defense is a different story, but the offense, there are zero question marks. They should not have any problem putting up points on offense. So that's my pick.
Love that pick. Uh, Personally, if I voted for the league for MVP, I would have picked Joe Burrow last year. I think Burrow was the best quarterback, passing wise. Um, and I love Burrow. Honestly, I do. I think he's phenomenal. He just doesn't have like those rushing explosiveness ability like Josh Allen or Lamar, but he is honestly, in my opinion, he might be better than them, really. But the only reason why I don't think he's gonna win that MVP is because your team has to be better than 8 and 9 to finish it, to win it, and I feel like usually your team also has to win the division. And I just don't see him winning the division again, even if he
Mm.
goes out and has that another stellar performance. Because you still have, I still think that's the Ravens division to lose. So unless the Ravens come out and they just have an awful year, I don't see him winning it. So I don't see him winning the MVP. And you also have Pittsburgh now with a decent defense and Aaron Rodgers coming in.
I am worried about Pittsburgh, bro.
True,
Don't worry about
but
it.
with their defense though, it's still going to be a thorn in their side. I would say, like it's
Yeah,
still going to be a competitive division between those three teams.
I
And
get what you're saying.
yeah, I just think
What about the
that
Browns, though?
you could just throw
You're
them to the
forgetting about
side.
you're forgetting
Who the
about
fuck
Shadur.
who the fuck cares about
Watch
the
out.
Browns? No, uh, yeah, I everything is just against Joe Burrow. That's the main
It's
thing
yeah,
is
it's tough.
everything is just against him, and I feel bad for the guy, but what can you do?
It feels like if he doesn't win it, he's gonna be the best quarterback to never win it.
Yep,
Like
yep,
that's gonna be his legacy, which is just it sucks
yeah,
because I mean they freaking made it to the Super Bowl a couple years ago. Like he's that good.
yeah. So,
He just needs
dude,
some damn help
he's the only
on the defensive
quarterback to
side.
be outside of Brady to beat Mahomes in the playoffs. Like
Yeah,
that that
he's got it in him, man.
that is more accomplished than anything Lamar and Josh have done, in my opinion. It really
Honestly,
is.
yeah, honestly. Because we every year we talk about, oh, who's going to be in the Super Bowl? Oh, Ravens this, Bills that, and then it never happens because they always flounder
Yeah,
in the playoffs. And Joe
yeah,
Burrow's the only one who hasn't done that. I mean, he has done that, but he's also shown in other instances that he can get over that hump. So, it's just disappointing that he's not getting the help on the defensive side of the ball to get things done. But honestly, it might just be a thing where it's like, okay, fuck it. Fuck it. We'll put up 40 points a game. Who cares, man? Do what you got to do, bro.
hmm
I think if anyone's going to do it, it's going to be the Bengals.
it will be him. You're right on that.
But honestly, don't sleep on Mahomes. Don't sleep on
Oh,
Mahomes.
I will sleep on him. I'll I'll go into it more next week when we do the record predictions, but
Yeah.
I will sleep on Mahomes for now. Let's just say that.
Who did Evan pick?
So for MVP, Evan has Lamar Jackson as his
Okay.
prediction,
Did he just
which
go chalk all the way?
I guess
He
so
just
because
picked the highest, the number one guy.
yeah, for the most part, because I mean, for offensive player of
What's
the
up?
year, we didn't say this, but he has Justin Jefferson to win that.
Okay. All right.
Which
Yeah, I like.
that's not like the number one guy, but he's still up there,
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you want to pick someone that has at least a fighting chance,
a
right?
good chance. Yeah, I respect it.
Wow, man. All right. So we got all our predictions out there. Now all we got to do is wait and see.
Well, I have yet to announce my MVP prediction.
I thought
So
you.
I'm the no, that was I picked
Oh,
Caleb for offensive player of the
oh,
year.
sorry. I didn't even. I don't know why I thought that you. Yeah. What
No,
is
you're
your?
good.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Say it. Say it.
You know what I'm gonna
I know
say.
who it is, but yeah, yeah. Say it. Yeah. Say
My
it.
MVP is gonna be Jaden Daniels, baby.
There you go.
Jaden
And,
Daniels.
and you think that's
Best
just a case of voter fatigue with the other two guys, and then just being like, oh, he's the rookie. We want to get him some airtime.
honestly, my dude. That is kind of a big part of it because he like if he wasn't a rookie last year, it's crazy to think this, but he was like probably fourth best to win the MVP.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, he was.
so he was in the mix as a rookie. So if he comes out and just gets a little better, and then it's like I feel like why wouldn't they give it to him? Because they already gave it to Josh and Lamar, you know.
Hmm.
And this dude is so much better as a passer than Lamar was when Lamar won the MVP. So I just see him. He just has to stay healthy. That's his only
Well,
thing.
once again, I mean, you just said it. A lot of times it's the division leader, so I think it's going to come down to can they topple the Eagles? Can the Commanders,
That's a good point. Yeah.
beat the Eagles and sit atop the NFC East? Can they fend off the Giants? Really, it's like
Uh,
it still remains to be seen if they can really do that.
he's gonna
That's
he's gonna fucking torch you guys.
I'm just playing.
No,
Uh,
I know.
but again with Jaden Daniels, like last year, I mean, you can talk about the Hail Mary.
Mhm.
There's the prime time, his coming out show against the Bengals in prime time. There were multiple games where he had clutch drives at the end of the game. His performances in the end of games was super important. So I think beyond, and this is the same thing like I was saying with Josh Allen earlier, is like it's not necessarily just the guy with the most yards, the guy with the most touchdowns. You got to prove that you have a different element to your game that elevates everyone around you. That's why you're the most valuable player. You have to show
Yeah,
that you're clutch. You have to have the Hail Mary. You have to have something extra to it. And Jaden Daniels has shown that he has that. So I think he just needs to replicate that this season. And he does have a good shot at winning MVP.
yeah. I was gonna pretty much say the same thing. He has already shown that he has that element that honestly a lot of these other quarterbacks don't have really. Um, I've just like that man, the way that dude, he was about to get rocked so many times last year, and he just right before he gets rocked throws the perfect pass every time, and it honestly a lot of those throws couldn't have been more accurate. And I've never seen I'm like really like glizzy gloating
You
this
are.
guy
You're
now,
blazing. Yeah.
but I've never seen a rookie quarterback that good, and that's like insane for me to say, but like that's the truth. I've never seen a rookie perform like that. Like nothing bothered him, nothing. You bring all the pressure in the world, nothing,
He
and
was
he has the
incredibly
same
poised.
rushing ability as Lamar does, except he's a better passer. So I look at him as like Lamar on steroids, honestly.
I don't think he's as good of a runner as Lamar.
No, he's not. He's not as good of a runner as Lamar, but he's pretty close, I would say. Like he's up there still.
He's got similar speed, I feel like. And
He
he's got
has the
a very
same
similar
rushing
skill set.
ability.
I wouldn't say the same rushing ability.
I would.
He's like a tiny little step below Lamar.
Mm,
Cuz I
yeah,
think
I could see it, but
when it comes to scrambling and like there are some moves he put on people, but the highlight plays that Lamar has, and maybe it's just because he's been
yeah,
around, so he has a bigger catalog of highlights. But I mean, just the spin move against the Bengals is the one that's in my head right now, and it's like I don't see Jaden Daniels doing that. You know,
you're right. I've
I can
seen
see
those
Jaden
Lamar
Daniels
highlights. He doesn't necessarily
scrambling and
have those.
yeah, and maybe it's gonna come, in his career. But I feel like Jaden Daniels is also probably at this point in his career a better passer than Lamar was at the same point in his career. And I think you said that. Um,
Yeah.
So I think, yeah, Jaden Daniels is more of a pass first quarterback. And you can't, I don't think there's the same criticism that Lamar got early in his career where it's like, oh, he's a running. No, like,
Well,
I don't want to hear
uh,
that about Lamar, but you can't
Lamar
say
was
that about him.
awful as a passer though in his first couple years in the league. He was awful.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
He
And
he
a lot of
I
times,
he was
honestly,
very bad.
yeah. And he improved it greatly and
Right.
was last year was one of the most accurate quarterbacks and had, did he have 0 interceptions for the first however many weeks of the year? It was like 10 weeks or something. And he might have had, I think it was, he had like 2 interceptions by week 8 or 10. And the only interceptions he had were deflections that hit his receiver's hands first and then got deflected to a defender. So, like, that's just to say that Lamar hasn't greatly improved on his accuracy, but I don't think Jaden Daniels has that same issue with accuracy. Like, he was a great thrower of the football last year, and you saw that on some of his deep balls. That's not the same things we're seeing from Lamar. So I think that, I think it's a good thing for Jaden Daniels because he's a quarterback. That's what you're supposed to do, throw the ball. And even Lamar, I remember as early as, I think it was 2023, not last year, the year before, when they played the Chiefs in the playoffs. Or was it no, it might have been no, they beat the Texans, right? But I think it was the Chiefs. And all they did was they just made Lamar beat them with his arm. And it was
And he
like, we're
couldn't
not going to let you run. All you got to do is stop the run, and he couldn't do it.
do it.
He could
Yeah.
not do it. So even now, I think Lamar's biggest weakness is if you take away his scrambling ability completely and rely 100% on the throwing, it's going to illuminate some of the weakness. He's definitely a good thrower of the football and a lot better than he was. But I think there's still some of that weakness in his game. And maybe that's why we don't have him picked as the MVP. Me and you don't, but Evan does.
Evan does.
So we'll see how that pans out because honestly, sometimes you don't need to throw it. You just got to run it, and that's enough. It has been a couple times before for Lamar.